Hi all. I was watching a Cult of Dusty video this morning where he answered 10 questions sent to him by a theist. I thought I'd have a go at answering those same questions. I'll link his video in the description box if you're interested in checking it out. Let's get started. Number 1. Are you absolutely sure there is no God? No, but I'm reasonably sure that none of the God concepts I have been exposed to so far are true. Most of them are contradictory in nature, have no good evidence to back their claims, and contain falsehoods throughout their holy texts. These God concepts seem very human to me. They have the same flaws as we humans do, and they handle situations exactly as you'd expect a primitive human being to handle them, or at least some of the most violent, authoritarian of those human beings. Number 2. What happens when you die? I see no evidence for an afterlife or some realm outside this one that allows us to live forever. I think once we die, our brain ceases to function and we are no longer able to consciously experience life. I expect it will be much like it was before I was born. A big nothing as far as I'm concerned. I don't worry about anything before I was born, and I suspect the same will be the case after I die. Number 3. What if you're wrong and there is a heaven? I guess I'll be pleasantly surprised. Well, depending on what heaven is like. If it's a place where I'm expected to lick the feet of a god, I doubt I'll be happy. I don't think such a place could accurately be described as heaven, though. Number 4. Where do you get your morality from? Society? Our ability to empathize? Our ability to reason and look ahead and imagine likely outcomes if we act a certain way? The social contracts we have accepted as societies? Our tribal mentality that means we often try to form groups that can work together? I think morality or ethics is a complicated subject, but it doesn't have anything to do with a god. In fact, most of the gods I've read about are capable of some of the most horrendous and immoral acts I can think of. If one of these gods instilled morality into me, then it did a fine job of assuring I would reject their monstrous acts as unethical and immoral. Number 5. If there is no god, can we do whatever we want? Unless you're a sociopath or a psychopath, you'll also be going against your nature. For example, the thought of rape makes me feel ill inside. I have a visceral reaction to the thought, and committing such an act would be virtually impossible for me. The same could be said for murder and other acts I think are unethical. Sure, I could likely kill another human being if I felt I had to in self-defense, but just to go out and kill someone for pleasure isn't something I think I could do. If you're only acting ethically because you believe God is a big stick to whack you with after you die, then I think that says more about you than it does about me. Number 6. If there is no God, how does your life have meaning? Life has the meaning that I give it, exactly like most religious people. For them, they include religion and God as part of that meaning. I see no reason to believe in something on such poor evidence, but that doesn't take away the meaning of my life. I could find meaning in my family, friends, work, spreading my ideas and thoughts, enjoying my time being alive, being a part of other people's lives, and so forth. I also think our actions have far-reaching consequences. Sometimes those actions influence things positively and sometimes negatively. I try to live my life amplifying those positives and decreasing the negatives as much as possible. While no one may remember me in a few hundred years, that doesn't mean my actions won't still be echoing down through the ages. I guess it's a bit like the butterfly effect. Number 7. Where did the universe come from? Not sure, maybe the default state is that it has always been here? Where did your God come from? If you answered it has always existed, then apply that same logic to the universe. Number 8. What about miracles? What about them? They're usually hoaxes or coincidences that we like to believe are miracles because it makes us feel special. Meanwhile, the universe and nature are doing their best to demonstrate to us that they're indifferent to us and our feelings. We just want to believe we are special, but I think the truth of the matter is that we are special to other human beings, especially those we love and are loved by in return. The universe is uncaring, and we just have to learn to live with that reality. Number 9. How come every society has religion? I think it's likely because we humans have a hard time with the unknown, and religion offers us comforting answers. Religions also offer us other things we regard as valuable, such as social cohesion, ritualistic behaviors, and a sense of belonging. You'll notice, though, that religions around the world don't agree with each other on very many subjects, and none of them provide good evidence for their positions. Number 10. Do you really believe the world would be better off without religion? This is by far the most interesting of the questions in my opinion. I've heard other atheists like Dave Cullen of Computing Forever and Stefan Molyneux make the case that atheism is partly responsible for the unraveling of Western society. I'm paraphrasing, but both have said that atheists often criticize religion, and it's much like sitting in a badly made boat and trying to tear a hole in the hull because you think the boat could be made better, without having a better made boat ready to launch once you've sunk the one you're currently on. I've also watched Stefan's Why I Was Wrong About Atheism video, which I'd like to respond to but haven't since the video is 20 minutes in length. If you'd like to see that, let me know in the comment section below. If enough people are interested in watching a lengthy response video, I'll make it happen. But anyways, I can sort of see their point. When I did a live stream with Off the Roof podcast, we sort of touched on this subject, and I can kind of see where they're coming from. I don't think that's a good enough reason to believe in things that are likely not true, but I do think that atheists, including myself, need to discuss alternatives more often. But in respect to answering this question, my short answer is yes. I think we'd be better off not believing in old myths and legends. That doesn't mean we can't use or acknowledge the good bits of religion, including the social cohesion it often promotes. But I'm not a fan of dogmatism in general, and religion is the motherlode of dogma. Hopefully, I can expand on my thoughts about the subject in a future video. So that's it for this video. Let me know what you thought about the questions asked here, and please let me know if you're interested in a 45-minute response video. Take care and cheers!